Hey folks! Welcome back to the Dream Arena! I'm your host CPC Gamer, and I always smile when I get to use that word. I also enjoy when I can work Biolante or Hedora into conversations, so bear that in mind if ever you interact with me on a personal level. It is currently day 342, and I'm starting to wonder which milestone am I going to hit first. 100 episodes in this series, or the end of the game. We've got 23 dreams left to go, so we're not hitting the end anytime soon, but I think 7 episodes is enough to do it, since that works out to about 3.2 dreams per episode. And do you know what? I think that... Wow, the sun is really low in the sky today. I don't think that I have ever linked with this statue in the corner, so let's go ahead and do that now. Smash the system! Except not really, because why would I ever break my PS2? It's giving me an ultra-rare cyan linking screen. Those never happen. But no, seriously, I love my PS2. Like, I've got a PS3, which has like a 90% backwards compatibility rate, but that's up in my loft collecting dust because I have a PS2, which has a 100% backwards compatibility rate. Like, I can play Wu-Tang Taste the Pain if I want to. I can also go and slam my head in the door. And I'm not, because it's exploitative trash, but I could if I wanted to. Good soundtrack, though. And I'm not entirely sure where this tangent has wandered off to, but it doesn't particularly matter, because hello, bug-eyed Buddha. I hope this is one of the options for a custom thumbnail, because that is great. Wait, I can do custom thumbnails, so I'm just going to make my own. And then I'm going to do the stupid duck face thing in the corner of this, and every single one going forwards, because that's what the youth is into, apparently. Oh hey, it's this! I'm going to show off something that I found out in flashback mode. Did you see it? Okay, keep an eye on the clouds. You see that? Like, for whatever reason, the dinosaur-shaped clouds flip around when you pause the game. And I have no idea how I even found that, nor why it happens, but yeah, certain clouds will always flip around whenever you pause the game. And it's only the clouds, too, that I have found. As you've seen, the sun stops when it's paused, the various other people, plants, and animals stop when the game is paused. It's only the clouds. And I honestly wonder why that is. I mean, there was a friend of mine who once told me a story about a game he was making where there were birds hanging around in the skybox as an ambient sort of thing. And when he added animation to the birds, none of the shops would work. No idea how or why this bug came about, because they were two separate entities within the game, but flapping birds made the shopkeepers go on strike. And the only fix was to get rid of the birds entirely. And what kind of weird graphical bug is making parts of the crystal shine at random like that? I have no idea, so let's back up into it and go do something else. Not entirely sure what, to be honest. I'm mostly just killing time before going to a concert tonight. Which is a weird thing to say, because I'm going to be uploading this video in about a week from now. Timetabling! And again, I don't recognize the layout of the structures near to the lake. Like, I know I'm averse to coming here because of the squeaky tiles on the floor, but I think I've stumbled into a whole new area. That is ridiculous. Like, look at this. This is meant to be a whole big lake or something, not this pond-looking thing. Although I do recognize the glaciers, so I guess it's not entirely out of place? I don't know. And I don't understand it, so let's run away and not even think about it anymore. That's the CPC Gamer way. Actually, the CPC Gamer way is to overanalyze everything. Come up with your own theories, wild speculations, decompile the game, find all the hidden bits and pieces. Just work on understanding a game to the point of insanity, and still miss important things on the maps. But I got a new square, so that's fun. So yeah, speaking of missing important things, I turn to The Suffering. It's one of my favourite games, and I have played it over and over again. I've chatted to the creators, all sorts of stuff like that. And I missed so much stuff the first few times I played through the game. Like, one of them, there's a crashed airplane on the island, and it's a major plot point, and you could just run right past it if you go right instead of left at a particular point. And hey, football girl. I know I'm not actually kicking the ball back and forth to you, it's just going on its own. But you know what? That's okay. It's fun to play pretend. I wonder what you're wearing in this texture pack. Well, that's a pretty styling outfit, I have to say. Too cool to look at, apparently. Oh, but we're here. I'm going to try and break the map like I did that last time. So what is meant to happen? We walk into the room at the end of this corridor. The room breaks away, and we either get thrown down the corridor or out into the skybox. But it works based on whether or not you are facing the room, rather than how close you are to the trigger point, and whether you're actually still on the map as opposed to getting warped out. Good times. You see, what I was hoping to do is walk past the usual trigger points for the room breaking apart, then hit the look behind you button. And the last time I did that, it ended up sticking me inside the level geometry, which is still pretty funny to me. Still, we got to see this video again. And I still feel like this should be the introduction video to something from the 90s. Like the end of this should star wipe to "Welcome to Windows 95" or whatever, you know? I might do something like that in post. Let's find out! Also, I think it's a little sad because the airplane we just saw is pretty much the same model that crashed into the docks in the Violence District. So, like, as happy and carefree as the video was, you can be pretty sure that it had a bad ending. Another new square, though. They're like buses. I mean, same deal with the themes that you dream about in the real world. Because lately, I've been dreaming about exams. Missing them, specifically. And there's things... Ooh. Hello there, Edge of the World. I'm going to try something I did before and see how it goes. I'm going off the edge of the world. Yeah, this way is the quickest. Woo! Now let's see how we did. Oh, look at that! That is a brilliant result. So you see in the lower right, the result that's off the dream chart itself? I got that by doing the same thing. Immediately starting the dream on the world map, immediately ending the dream. Doing that just breaks the dream chart mechanics in half, it would seem. I can't wait to see what I'm doing today. I mean, it may not be the same dream as before, because I reckon the game's going to throw us far away from the edge of the world for playing silly buggers, and so it did. Yeah, this is the entrance to the Violence District. That is about as far away as you can get from the edge of the map in the natural world. Although it does make me wonder, where is that linking tunnel in terms of physical space on the world map? Because it's obviously physically there, but you can't see it bleeding through the mountains or whatever as you are exploring it. Also, hello to you, brutal cacophony. You are one of the most unsettling things about being here. And it's weird, because hanging out in Japan for as long as I did, not once did I feel uneasy or threatened. I mean, this one guy was pretty racist, but I didn't feel like anybody was going to rob me or whatever, even though we weren't staying in the nicest areas. And hello, Tin Can Dan. You're not who I came here to find. But I'm not going to complain about you showing up. I'll complain if I can't find anyone else out here. I want to see that kid playing hopscotch. Because I've heard there's a bug in the late game where she is rendered about 3 times the height for no particular reason. I really want to see that. Although it looks like tonight is not the night for that, so let's keep going, do something else. I think I'm going to go find some dead bodies to play with. Because apparently, I enjoy sounding like an edgy 12-year-old. Heck yeah! Not really. But I am still going to go this way and see if the game spawns any of the body actors, because... I mean, you got to do something, right? And there you go, something has been done. I don't think any of the associated behaviors are going to go along with it, but... there you go. And now I choose to continue along and do some more stuff. I think this is one of the big issues with LSD as a project. Like, it goes on far too long for what it presents to you. I mean, we've seen the body spawn on the lamppost, for example, but we saw that in, like, episode 5 out of 93. I mean, I know the project crew was maybe 6... I completely forgot that the body warps you around the car park. Well done, Andy! But no, for as many people were on the crew, I think the game would have benefited from having some more stuff here and there. I mean, beyond the 2 or 3 random spawns that we haven't seen thus far. I mean, quite what these extra items would be, I don't know, because the author pulled these experiences from her dream diary, and I am not the author. But there has to be something, right? I mean, she kept the diary going for 10 years. I've been doing mine for 7 at this point, and I have more than enough to make a game like this. And I kind of want to make a game like this, and with much the same intent as this one. I.e., no intent at all. It's just a weird passion project, and it exists for all to see. It's just a shame that I have 0 skills capable of making said. I mean, I'd also like to make an MMORPG of sorts, and it would include every character that I ever created, all existing in the same universe. Like, every character, right down to the stupid reoccurring comic characters I wrote when I was 4, that I don't much want to go into because they were dumb and embarrassing. And of course the red link sent me back here. Of course it did. You know, I quite enjoyed not being in the violence district for a glorious moment. But at least the music's calmed down a little bit. So on the topic of game creation, I'd love to do something like that. My problem is that, I mean, I could throw out ideas like sparks on a Catherine wheel. I can make up people and places and items and events, set pieces, basically. But that's about all that I can do. And realistically, anyone can do that. Anyone can say, there should be a character that's just a magical talking CD-ROM with arms and legs, and he's called Roy Diskey. Which I think is actually a character in Chrono Cross, now as I think about it. But you've got to have something more than ideas, you know? And sadly, this is why you're never going to see my steampunk racing game. Which is a shame, because I reckon that's going to be the greatest game in the world. Which is an entirely accurate and unbiased opinion. Shut up. Moving along, I'm going to head to the warehouses to see what I can see. Maybe some ghosts, or a murderer, or a dead body. A surprising lack of wares, come to think about it. What's up with that? Aha! A ghost. I wonder why the ghost has the design that it does. Like, why does it have a triangular head? I mean, maybe it's a stylistic version of one of those conical-looking hats that you sometimes see shrine maidens wearing. What?! Well then, that's something new and not at all what I expected to have happen. And I thought this video was meant to play when you look at the single ghosts, not the smaller ones. Fun thing, there's 2 copies of this video on the disc. Presumably one for each item that calls it, the ghost and the dustbin. And I'm glad I got to see that one again. I love the colours at the end of the video. And I also love getting new squares. Good times. Anyways, yes, I wonder if the ghosts have triangular heads as a stylized version of Shrine Maiden's hats. I mean, I don't know, it makes me think of Pyramid Head, but he has the triangular helmet because it's designed to look painful to wear and touch. And yes, we're back on Silent Hill 2 again. It's my favourite game, and I love it very much. I think that's why I get so defensive about it. Oh, and you know I'm going to be heading off the edge of the world to see if we can screw up the Dream Child again. I just want to enjoy the music a little bit first. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I have an audio copy of this, so I don't think I'm going to make a video out of it. It's just nice to listen to some ambient sounds, you know? Oh, well, look at that. Right on a previously established square, but not one that I unlocked after jumping off the world. Damn, LSD, you are a mysterious game. Yeah, I think we're going to have one more. Because that way we'll have 17 dreams to go until the end of the game. Which I guess is a kind of reasonable number? Alright, you got me. It's lunchtime, and I want to go and get some food after this. Sue me. And I'm glad I got to see this set up for multiple reasons. I can see if the body is there and wants to do anything tonight, and I can go to the warehouses again to see if the ghosts are there and want to do anything tonight. And it's also a quiet evening with more ambient music instead of, laughter and screaming. I mean, it's not that I don't like music that's just loud, angry noises, because I've got Arch Enemy and Mastodon in my playlist, but sometimes you just want to be calm and serene, And if I was feeling artsy and pretentious, I'd make some kind of link about the serenity found in death or something like that, but again, I actually don't like sounding like an edgy 12-year-old, so I don't know, let's ignore you and go and find some more ghosts. It's gonna be Ghost Bro Adventures with CPC Gamer. We're gonna do science by heading out at night and impairing all of our senses as much as possible, and not validating anything that we find. It's gonna be the most legitimate science show in the world, you guys. You don't even know. Also, why do ghosts only come out at night? I mean, thematic reasons, yes, because it's always scarier to explore stuff when it's dark than when it's light. But what's the, quote-unquote scientific explanation for that? Like, that all the ghost hunting teams use? Because if I wanted to, set out to prove something existed, I'd probably make sure that I could actually see what I was doing in the process, And it's not like... Okay, so, vampires come out at night because the sunlight burns them. Cool, I gotcha, I'm on board. But ghosts don't care, they just mope around the place, so what the hell? Oh, no, I'm great fun at parties. Why do you ask? Anyways, tangent aside, let's see what's occurring tonight, and pick a new topic. Oh, hey ghost. Are you gonna do the same thing tonight and bring the place down on me? Because that'd be scary. On that topic, I wonder if nightmares are the brain's way of checking out that it still knows how to react to threats. Possibly not, because as has been established, I occasionally die in a dream, and I just kind of have to deal with it. But it's still an interesting thought. And better than pretty much any explanation of dreams that we have thus far. I don't even know how psychology works. I don't even know if we'll ever work out why we sleep and dream. Because even now, the best explanation that anyone has is that we sleep because we get tired if we don't. But it has to be an essential function, because every advanced living thing sleeps, but we don't know what that function is. I mean, at this point, I feel like I need to be standing in front of a mirror, having a good hard look at myself, and just wondering, who am I? What am I doing with my life? The answer to that is I'm playing LSD for the internet. Hey folks, I'm CPC Gamer. A thought. The ghosts in Shed 1 brought the entire Violence District down on my head. But if you mess around near Shed 4, then there's a chance of the Violence District growing very tall. I wonder if those two events are related. I mean, beyond the obvious physical ways. And the eerie silence seems to suggest that no, in fact, they are not. Oh, hello. I think I'm going to be leaving just now. I know I often accidentally walk into the walls on this map, but this time, I'm going out of my own volition. I'm the master of my own destiny, and when I can exert control over scary things in the game, they suddenly aren't as scary. And I also choose to exert control over the game's lousy linking properties, and jump out to a different map. The Violence District, in fact, which is a much better map. Now Oh, hello. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna end the dream here because I need to get some food and go to my concert pretty soon, but the fact that the game wedged me in the floor tells me I need to go deeper. Goodbye, cruel world! Oh, nice! We covered up the eye again. Always appreciated. Right, I'm gonna go and be Indier than thou. And you should join us next time for some more of this. So until next time, goodbye!